Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HAFIZI bin MUSA, student ID 20247458115. And today I would like to present to you about my application about the assignment CSC508 assignment 2 on queue and stack. So let's get right into it, I would say. Right, so first off, right, as you can see, this is actually just the same as my assignment 1, but I converted it to the queue and stack data structure. Right, so we can just skip over all of this because it's just basically all the same, and I will just show you how it works great. Nothing is different, to be honest. Right, and we can see as browse and buy menu, smart ranking, payment history, exit to login, back to login menu. We can exit back to login menu, no problem. All right, login back, right? Then exit the system. We want to exit the system. We will just close out the application, right? Suppose, so for example, the payment history, right? If we click on the payment history, obviously the payment history is empty, and I also provide you the logs right here and also the down there, right? You can see the sidebar, right? Right, it says payment history is currently empty because obviously there is no data. Right, for the payment history, I use stack, right? And click on OK, right? Go back to the main menu. Right, we can also check the smartphone ranking right here, right? Let me zoom out, right? Checking the smartphone ranking, right? And as you can see, all of these are being sorted by the AnTuTu score, right? Gonna click on OK and go to the browse and buy menu, right? As you can see, there's a total of 10 phones, like the same as my assignment 1, and we can also pick on one, or maybe like I want to show you something. All right, before that, I'm gonna go to the admin. All right, I will show you the statistic right here. Right, if you go here, right, all of this would show us 0 because we haven't done anything. There is nothing in the system, right? Right, maximum also 0, 0, and 0. I'm gonna go back, exit the main menu, and then go back to the login menu. But we will try to buy something. Let's try to buy the Huawei Pro 70 Ultra. Right, you can also see all of the specs right here. The same, right? We want to buy it, right? And click on the name. What I want to put here, I would put Olive Rose with 3S as usual. And would be the quantity, how much I want to buy 3 of them, and the calculation right here, the price of the phone times the quantity would be the total price right here. What if we want to cancel order? We can cancel the order like usual, no problem, right? Go back to the browse and buy, and can also choose other phone if you want. Like let's try the Nubia Z60 Ultra. Want to buy, right? Like the same as usual. Olive Rose with 3S, enter, buying like maybe 2 this time, 2, and this is the right, the price, right? The total price here, quantity 2, Olive Rose, kind of name. We want to proceed, and as you can see, this is a payment receipt. Brand Nubia model Z60 Ultra, payment ID, customer ID, order ID is the order ID being combined with the model ID. Customer name, quantity, total amount, and payment status would be completed. All right, and also the time right here, as you can see, there is time right here, right? Time and date. All right, click on OK. We will be returned back to the main menu, and now if we click on the payment history, right? If we click on the payment history, I selected the payment fee, payment view option, right? And right, let me zoom in. Right, you can see there is something here right now. See? Right, there's something here right now. We can click OK and see the payment history. Right, what if we buy another one, right? What if we buy iPhone, right? iPhone 16 Pro Max. Here is the spec, like usual. You want to buy it, yes. This time is Nick Hazik, right? Nick Hazik, right? Want to buy one, only one of them. Right, price is 7,900 ringgit, right? Yes, the same, right? Everything is the same, everything works great. Right, now we go to the payment history, right? We check this and see, this is the new one, this is the old one, right? What if we click on the new one? it will show the newest one. And what if we want to check the old one back again, right? This is the old one, old history. And see, right? See, olive rose. The new one is Nick Hazy, right? See, everything was great. But what if like for example, I want to buy and I will click on enter, right? See, enter the customer name. And what if we click on a lot of space right here? We'll also see please enter the customer name, right? It detected it. All right, so let's try one more. Only Alif this time. 5, quantity is 5. Proceed. Okay, payment history would see 3 now. That's very good, right? Very good, nice. Now we will go to the admin system and we can go to the statistic and we can see the purchase. All right, let me zoom in. Right, see, this is all the total sum of all payments. Right, what is the average of all payments? This is the average. All right, what is the minimum? This is the minimum, like the lowest one just now. Right, what is the maximum? Right, this is the maximum one. Right, very nice, right? And we're gonna go back to the admin menu, and now we will go for the search and display smartphone, right? What do we want to search? All right, let's try to search for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. We use the model number, remember, not the brand plus model, only the model number. 16 Pro Max, and right here we can see 16 Pro Max. We want to update or delete it. We will try to update it first. Let me try. Brand is iPhone. I don't want to change that. 16 Pro Max is the same. A18, 8GB, 4,800, and let's try to change the price to 299.99. Discount, right? Right. Let's under the score is gonna be. What if I change it under the score to only like 1.4 million, right? This is 1.4 million. All right, this is the image number 2. Smartphone successfully updated. Do you want to search for another phone? No, for now, no. Right, go to the login menu back, right, main system, and then we go to the smartphone ranking, and we can see that iPhone is at the 8th place, 1.4 million under the score. Right, what if we go to browse and buy and we search for the iPhone? See, the price changed to 2,999.99 cents. That's very good, right? Now we're gonna go back to the login menu and go back to admin, and then we gotta search for the, what about the let me show you here. For that, let me show you, go back to the main system, browse and buy. I will show you the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, right? Let us delete the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Right, right here, admin, right, search and display. The model number for this one is Pixel 9 Pro XL, and we found it, right? Right, and then we can delete it. You want to delete this phone? Okay, phone. What if we search for something weird, right? Searching for something weird, not found. I just want to show you that, right? I don't want to search for another phone. Right now, log in back to the main menu, right, alright, and we can see that the Google Pixel 9 is gone now, right? It's no longer here. It's no longer in the system, right? Browse and buy menu, and also it is gone. So that's basically the end of the app demonstration, and everything was great. Everything was great. I also want to show you that all of this phone also looks amazingly fast on. And there's no problem with it at all. See, so yeah, that is all for my app demonstration. Right, so now we are at the part 2 of code review. So before that, I would like to explain to you in a very simple term of what is queue and what is stack. Right, so for queue, think of a queue like a line of people waiting to buy tickets. Right, the first person to get in the line is the first person to buy a ticket and leave, like first in, first out, right? So for stack, like a stack is like kind of like a plates in the cafeteria rack. You see, the last plate you put on the stack is the first one that you take off, right? Before we go to this, all of this main stuff, but we gonna go to the class first, right? The first one is user class. Have string, customer ID, have two variables, customer ID and name. Now we have the smartphone as the same as in my assignment. I didn't change anything. Right, variable brand, model, chipset, memory, battery, price, AnTuTu score, phone icon 1 and phone icon 2. Right now we gotta go to the order, right? The same, everything is the same, right? Extend user, right? Because we want to get the user information. Right, super, debug constructor, not constructor, getter to string. Right, so then we go to the payment, extend from the order, payment ID, payment date, amount, status are the variable in this one. Before we go to the admin class, I would show you, this is the linked list, the same as that day, the same as in the book. I just copied it. And this is the queue class, the same as in the book. I copied it. And last one is stack, the same as in the book. I copied it. Right, so now we go to the admin class. Right, in the admin class, as you can see, it extends from the payment, and I put the same as in the assignment one. I put all of the calculation method inside the admin class. Right, this is the calculate sum, the code for calculating the sum. Right, this is the code for calculating the average. Right, code for calculating the minimum right here. Right, and then the code for calculating maximum. All right, and this one too. Right, now we can go to the main. Right, this is what I import. Right, the option pane. Then we have image icon, UUID, unique ID, local date time to get the local date time, formatted to format back the local date time, and decimal format to format the numbers. Right, this is all of my queue here. I have 4 queue right here: user, smartphone, orders, and payment. This is how I declare it. Right, and this is basically all of the smartphone information right here. I insert it in the smartphone queue first, right? Because I want to get all of the data, right? This is just for testing. This is testing purpose, by the way. This is just the testing purpose. Like if you pay attention to the logs in the demo system, you can see in the console there is this thing. Everything is the same. I will just kind of like skip most of this because this is just the same one. Because this is just choosing which want to log into the admin or want to log into the main system. Now we are in the main system, right? This is for the smartphone ranking, if you are right. This is for the smartphone ranking. Q, temp Q, and the smartphone copy. Q, I usually use temp and copy for a better approach. Right? The usual one, just extracting the data from the queue, then putting the data in the temp queue, putting smartphone, right? And this is how I sort the score, the AnTuTu score from the queue, put it into the normal array and sort it out, because you cannot do that in the normal queue. Case 2 is basically the payment history. All right, I use the copy method for this one. From the queue to stack, if we go to the down to the bottom one, all right, as you can see, all right, this is the copy method that I implement. Copy payment to stack for this one, copy while payment is empty, right? See, very easy, right? This is a normal one for the copying. Right, so I don't want to do much of this, right? So like usual, I use to temp and copy. Right, when the public history is empty, right, this is the error will launch, and then it will bring you back to the main system like usual, like the same as in assignment 1, only changing the data structure. This is after selecting the payment ID, right? If there is a payment ID in the stack, right? If the payment history is not empty, pop, pop and get, and in all of this, get back every, right? Putting it back into the original stack, all right? And display, this is for if if the selector ID is not null, right? If you found the selector ID, and this is just to display all of it, right? Can understand that, no problem. So we are at the browse and buy, all right? And for this one, this is basically just the same one, right? Browse and buy. I can just you can pause if you want, right? Because this is basically just the same. Everything is the same. See, use the to queue, them and copy. Right, this is just display back the phone specification, right? Right, this is I'm using index, right? If you don't know, I'm using index to locate the phone. Locate the phone in the queue. Right, if this is I want to buy, right, you can pause, no problem. Right, error if the name is blank, like usual, the same as in assignment 1. So this is if we click on the buy phone, purchase phone, right? See, generating the customer ID, generating the order ID, generating the payment ID. All of this, right? All of this follows this one, this method. See, generate customer ID, generate order ID, generate payment ID, generate payment date, right? All of this, all of that follows that method, right? So you see, generate payment date. This one changing the payment status to true, and then this is all for the receipt, right? This is all for the receipt. Same, right? The same one as in assignment 1. See, NQ at user, NQ at order, NQ at payment for all of the queue, right? And then go back to the main menu, and then right. So this is all just the same one, right? Nothing is different. Right, all right. Right, so at the end of now we're gonna go to the admin panel, right? Admin system. Right, so this is at the search one, right? This is interesting for the search one, right? This is for the input, entering the search phone. What is the name of the phone? Error if the name is not found. Right, found is equal to false first because we haven't found the phone. If the phone is found, then found is equal to true. And then we will break from the if statement and then show all of the specification of the phone that we found, right? But and then this is just for if we want to update, right? See, all of these are just for if we want to update, and then we update the new phone data. And then if we click on if else action equal to 1 basically means if we want to delete it, all right? So this is how I delete the phone from the queue, removing, like kicking the data from the queue, right? Putting it back in the temp queue for this one, and then the queue to the next smartphone like usual, right? Then we store the original smartphone queue, so the data doesn't get lost. Right, all right. This one is if not found, error message like usual, right? Right. That is just the button. This one is just button. Want to search the phone again? 1 yes, out 1. While out equal to 1, we'll just loop it back again, right? Start of the admin statistic system, and then it's basically a message. Nothing important for this one. This is just for all of the button, right? If click on 0, this is the calculate sum, right? This is for the calculate sum. See, calculate double call sum equal to admin calculate sum because the method is in the admin class. We call it from the admin class, payments, and then we show it back here, and we got the calculate sum. But the same would be for the calculate average. The same would be for the calculate minimum, and the same would be for the calculate maximum. Nothing is different. Right, I have explained to you about the generating user ID, generating order ID, unique order ID, generating the unique payment ID, generating the payment date. This is just the copy stack back again. And this is the extracting the payment ID for the payment history, right? If you remember that one. And that is basically the end of my code review. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for paying attention to me explaining about this. And I hope you have a very nice day ahead. Thank you very much.